Hello, my name is Sally and I am one of the makeup artists working with Look Fabulous Forever, which is skincare and makeup specifically designed for older faces. Today I want to focus on eye makeup and a simple eye makeup look for older faces, particularly if you haven't worn eye makeup for a long time. It might be that you've just lost your confidence in applying eye makeup, or it might be just simply that you're not quite sure how to adapt your eye makeup to a slightly older eye. As we age, our eyes definitely get more hooded, a little bit more saggy, more baggy, there's looser skin, the shape's not quite as up as it was when we were younger, but there's no reason why you can't do eye makeup. So I'm going to just focus in very, very simple steps on a very simple eye makeup look using quite neutral colours. So hopefully you can follow this video and get some really simple tips on how to get your confidence back in applying your eye makeup. So I have already done my face makeup. I've put my foundation on, I've put some blusher on, I've put some lipstick on. The only thing I've done on my eyes is I have done my brows using our Bring Back Brow Shape in Blonde. And if you want to find out about doing your brows, we've got lots of other videos on our channel on how to fill in brows, even if you've got no brows or very fine, sparse brows. The most important thing is to know that you're not alone in this dilemma. A lot of women are really, really worried about applying eye makeup. And also, as we age, it's often harder to see. So a really good magnifying mirror, I use a ×10 mirror when I'm doing my eye makeup, and having good light in front of you makes all the difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do my right eye today, now, and then I'm going to go off camera and do the other eye. So this will show you hopefully the difference in a simple eye makeup, just doing one eye first. The first product that I'm going to use, which I think is really essential on an older eye, is Smooth Out Eye Prime. And I'm going to use this all over my lid. As we age, you can see we've got little fine veins and discoloration on our eyelids. So if you just put eyeshadow directly onto that, it won't go on as a true colour. Also, I find that if I don't use eye prime, my eyeshadow will go a little bit creased and disappear as the day goes. And I don't want that to happen. I just want my eye makeup to go on and last all day. So you don't need very much of this product. And it's essential that your eyes are oil-free and dry when you put it on. I literally no more than that. I like to apply it with a clean brush number 4, but you can apply it with clean oil-free fingers as well, whatever is easiest for you. So that is the eye prime. That's what it looks like. There's only one colour, and I'm just going to put it all over my eye. And bring it to just above the crease line. And what I'm going to do is just with my finger, my clean oil-free finger, just combine it in. So what it does is it will get rid of all those little broken veins and little capillaries that are coming through on my eyelids. It makes your eye makeup go on much smoother. And it also just keeps it on, as I said, all day long and stops it from creasing. So for me, this is a godsend. It's a really useful product to use. Okay, I'm just going to use 2 eyeshadow colours today. And I've chosen 2 that are very neutral, that will go with every eye colour. And I think if you are scared of putting eye makeup on, rather than going for a very bright colour, maybe start practicing with more neutral colours. And as you get more confident, then you can bring in other colours too. We do some beautiful matte eye shades, which again are so flattering on older eyes, rather than really shiny, shimmery shades. So this is a shade called Cappuccino in our lovely matte shade. The secret to quick eye makeup and professional eye makeup is to invest in, I would say, 3 brushes. The first one is our brush number 7. So this is a sort of a nice, fluffy, soft blender brush, but I like to put my all over colour on with that. So I'm going to just take up some of this cappuccino. I'm going to apply it really easily. A brush makes it so much easier than using one of those sponges. The secret though is to put enough of the base colour on. So I'm basically putting a wash of colour all the way. I'm not going much further than this angle, because as we get more hooded, you don't want your eye makeup to come too low down. So, but otherwise I'm putting it all over my eyelid and just blending it well. And you can just add more if you need to. The second colour that I'm going to use is in the same family, but it's darker. It's called Dark Taupe, this one. Again, really natural colour. But what I'm going to do now is just to create a little bit of shape to my eyes. As we get older, we often get a little bit more hooded. So I'm going to create a slightly higher, slightly full socket line to make the effect of lifting my socket line up, which will lift my whole eye. And I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush. So this is our brush number 9. So it's still as a soft brush, but it's a little bit firmer and a little bit smaller. So it will allow me to actually place this product more easily. And what I'm going to do is with my eye open, find my starting point. And I'm going to bring a little bit down, and then I'm just going to literally, like a sort of windscreen wiper effect, bring it to just above my crease. And if you've got lots of little wrinkles, it's sometimes easier to stipple it in. If you're not sure where to put it, you can even hold up a cotton pad like so and use that a little bit as a template. But you want to be able to see this colour when your eye is open. If you just put it into the crease, then you won't see it when your eye is open, and it won't have that lifted effect. So I'm literally just in the crease and just above the crease. And because the brush is small, it allows me to do that really easily. I just come down. I sometimes call this the number 7 shape. It's a little bit like a number 7. So you can see then already, hopefully, just by adding that little bit of depth of colour, how that eye looks a little bit bigger and a little bit more lifted than the left eye. This is the point when, as somebody new to putting eyeshadow on, a lot of women panic and think it looks like I've bruised my eye. Don't panic at this stage, because you haven't done your eyeliner, you haven't done your mascara. So eyes are not finished until that point. So don't panic. So what I like to do then is go back in with the first brush and then just blend that colour. The secret to eye makeup on older eyes, on all eyes, is the blending of the different shades so that one colour just looks like it's going to melt into the other one. So I like to blend literally the same way that I put it on, out to in and down. So the third thing I'm going to do is to define my eyes. And I'm going to use a lovely soft eyeliner pencil in shade Soft Grey. So again, Look Fabulous Forever have brought out these lovely soft eyeliners because as we get older, our eyes are a little bit more wrinkly. So anything hard and drying is not good. You want something that's really easy and simple to use. Eyeliner can be challenging, again, on older eyes. What I do, particularly this eye, I find that I have to kind of pinch my eye together to my nose to make it look nice and smooth here, because it's not, if I do that, it's not smooth. And what I'm going to do with my eyeliner, again, we've got videos just on eyeliner, but I'm going to put eyeliner just from the last eyelash about halfway across and a little bit underneath as well. And I'm going to not droop it down because again, we want everything to be lifted up. So go slightly upwards on that last bit, making a slight wedge. And I like to do little short strokes rather than trying to do one long, perfect line. I'm actually even putting it towards the base of the lashes. And these are hopefully you can see where I've put it, so that when I open my eye, it still looks quite natural. It doesn't look, I haven't brought it right out here, which when I was younger, I might have winged it out a little bit, but now I don't. I tend to go upwards, so it lifts everything. And then what I do is taper it in towards, so that it's not too thick here. You can bring it all the way across. I tend to sort of go maybe 2/3 of the way across. Underneath is easier because obviously you can keep your eye open. So again, I tend to start at the outside. There's no wrong or right way to do it, but I like to start at the outside and little short strokes, taking the pressure. It's just a little twist up brush, twist up pencil. Take the pressure off as you get to the middle. So it sort of tapers, which makes your eyes look a little bit more almond shaped. So you can see it's a lovely soft grey, which goes well with my eyes. And then I bring the bottom up to meet the top. What I also like to do is to use my third brush, which is my wedge brush number 8, this one, to soften the effect of the eyeliner and to set it. And it might be that you use this instead of using an eyeliner pencil. Some ladies don't want to do the eyeliner pencil bit and go straight in with this, but I like to do both. So I take my wedge brush number 8, go back to the darker shade, which was the one I used on the outer corner, the dark taupe, and then I take a little bit onto my wedge brush. I take the excess off on my hand, so it's just on that outer edge. And then what I do is go over my eyeliner with the pointy bit on the outside. And this does two things. It will set it because you're putting a powder over it. And it will also soften the look, which I think on an older eye is really more flattering than trying to get a really clean, neat, perfect line. Actually, a slightly softer, smudgier look can look more flattering. So just under the base of the lashes with the darker colour. And if you find using a pencil hard, this is really simple. What I'm now going to do is to finish off by applying mascara. Mascara is, I think, a lady's best friend. I love my Lithe Lash mascara. So I'm going to use Lithe Lash mascara in black waterproof. And I think as we get older, our lashes tend to get a little bit paler and thinner, a bit more sparse. So for me, applying a little bit of mascara is a really important step for my eye makeup. So what I like to do is I tend to go mainly from the underneath, and I literally put it into the base of the lashes and wiggle and sort of blink onto it. So this mascara is so good on older lashes because it is really pliable. It leaves your lashes pliable. They don't go spiky and hard, and they don't have little blobs and bits in it. So it's just a very natural, workable mascara that you can just build up as much as you want. So I hope you can see that eye already looks a little bit more awake and bigger. You don't have to put any on the bottom. I like to put a little bit on the bottom, so I sort of look down. And so hopefully you can see, this is I've done a very simple look, but you can just hopefully see that it's a little bit more open and a little bit more defined and bigger than this eye. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish my left eye so you can see the whole look. So I have just completed my left eye, and hopefully you can see now I look a little bit more balanced and my eye makeup is finished. So that completes the whole makeup look that I have done. So I hope that you have found this useful. I think for me, top tips for you are get the lighting right, get the mirror right, take your time, just try with 3 simple colours like I have used, and invest in a couple of good brushes to blend, and just experiment. And once you've got your confidence back, then you can maybe explore some different colours and really enjoy putting eye makeup on again, because I think eye makeup on an older face makes such a big difference. It certainly does for me. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today. We'd love to hear your comments. If you've got any dilemmas, maybe you've got really hooded eyes or deep set eyes, we've got lots of other videos on our channel to look at about eye makeup, so do visit those as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you. Bye bye.